Today's guest right here on Joy FM. I'm sure from that song you'll tell that we are about to get off the conversation with Yellow Dove right here on Joy FM. Prince of Kawata is in the building. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic, bro. Excited to be here.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
You have been busy for this show. I need to be honest right now. You have been busy. Because of your work.
I was cooking.
Yeah.
I was cooking up a 25-track album.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
It's something that we want to talk about today right here on JFM. But before we get to dive into that, let's do a highlight for you this year. 2022. Yellow Dove. How's it been going for you so far?
It's been good. I went into the studio in January. And this is like what, November? Yeah, so pretty much close to 9 months of being locked up in the studio. So you'd go for work at 8:17, head to the studio. You should ask Easy and King Nachi, like their couch suffered. Like, because when it's midnight, wambonveda tulo flat, 04, amusha, anyway, let's record the last verse. And we are back again home and heading back to the to work. Back again studio. Man, 2022 has been the busiest year of my life.
But how are you managing with your time management, your work, studio session, writing as well? Getting creative. Creative space needs more time on its own.
I was not managing, bro. Like, sometimes when I'm recording Gospel Cruise, I'd go there with sunglasses. People think I'm being stylish. Can't you mean so you're the puffy because you were at the studio the whole night. So it's been a lot of work, and there's a lot of stuff that we've been doing in the background apart from doing music that people will know about later on. But it's been the busiest year of my life.
Your journey, I remember we have been having this conversation for a while now, but your journey, what would Jesus do? It's a throwback Thursday song. I remember you posted it, that was, if I'm mistaken, that was last week. You posted it on your social media and I was looking at the energy, still the vibe, how you were performing, the energy. I remember back then, Moyuthi and Zepaunza, if I'm mistaken. But every time you see yourself back in time and now, who do you see when you see yourself in the mirror?
I see a young man that has always been passionate about art, man. I'm a heavy pusher. I push like I'm giving birth. The baby has to come out alive, and I have to stay alive as well. So, 15 years ago when What Would Jesus Do came out, the first DJ, I won't mention his name, the first DJ, but everybody knows him, that got a hold of the song, told me this song will not go anywhere. It's you are insulting Jesus. It's blasphemy. That's the word that he used. Very huge DJ at the time, still a huge DJ now. He sat me down and told me, no, we're not gonna play this song. It's blasphemy. You'll not go anywhere. But I believed in the song, man, and Radio produced it, and he told me this song can be huge. Push it. But here's this guy you admire telling you, but for me, I've always believed if I believe in something, it's going to happen. I'm just like that. That's how I believed him the first day. Following that, I was like, no. I admire this guy, I look up to him, but no, he's wrong. This song will go places. Following day, I pushed it, except his radio station. I pushed it everywhere. And guess what? Within a week, it was on his radio station without him knowing, and it was on the charts. So that's how much I believe in pushing, and that's what I tell youths out there.
Whose opinion matters? Your opinion does matter.
What you believe in matters, man. Your energy matters because you're throwing it out there to the world, and the world will throw it back at you. So suffice to say, right now we've had conversation with him. This is like 15 years, and he's like, man, you didn't believe in what I told you when I told you this song will not go anywhere. Kudos to you. He's patting me on my back now and saying kudos, because that's one of your biggest songs in your Yellow Dove career. So there's a lot of things I would sit here and mention. Gospel Cruise, for instance, when it started, the people I looked up to, some of the people I looked up to are telling me, nah, you're not going to go anywhere. You need a proper couch for TV. You can't be on tires. but hey, it's one of my biggest creation now because of those tires. So it doesn't matter what people tell you. What do you believe in yourself? What do you want to push for? It's gonna happen if you believe in it.
Let's talk about the name, Prince of Kawata.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the origin.
Yeah.
The birth of the name. How it came about.
Yeah. Kawata means a lot to me because that's where hip hop started for me. And hip hop means a lot to me because it's what protected me from drugs. It's what protected me from a lot of crazy stuff that my friends were involved in. So you know how like when you knock off from school, your friends are like tende kwaso, and then you're like, no, I need to go home and listen to Boogie C. He might play a hip hop song that I love. I need to go home and listen to hip hop rock your block.
Yeah.
So music kept me away from a lot of crazy stuff in Kawata, and some of my friends died. May they so rest in peace because of drugs. Some of my friends are junkies, but music kept me. So for this album, I took it back to where it all began from, Kawata. It's such a special place for me when it comes to hip hop because you'd knock off from school, you find people battling by the market, you find Sprite doing a campaign. You remember those days when they'd do like a big van?
Yeah.
There's like, a presenter, people are called to dance, compete for something. It was really a big thing in Kawata. Like would always attend those things because you'd want to be called on stage and then you battle it out, whether it's Sprite or Boom or whatever product they were advertising. You do a freestyle, you win that. It was a big thing in Kawata and we longed for that. And so I called my album Prince of Kawata because of that. That's where this whole thing began from, and also because I want to sell Zambia outside there, because they will ask, when we're in the UK, the album is streaming somewhere, they'll ask, what's Kawata? Where is it? Where is this place? It's a good way to market where we're from, and also to change the narrative, because people say a lot of stuff about the hood. I'm trying to change that, so that when they pass there, they're like, hey, we had a legendary album from there called Prince of Kawata.
I know someone with the surname of Kawata. I don't know if you know
I met him.
You met him?
He's a cool guy.
Very talkative, with opinions. But I'd love to find out, have you done your research why Kawata was given the name Kawata? Since you're the prince.
I'm still they say you live to learn. So I'm still learning more about the place. And so far so good. We were just talking with the same Kawata area about how in school we are taught so much about Shaka, Bismarck. You never find these things in our syllabus. I think it's about time that we learn more about Zambia than other countries or other people. I feel like we have a lot of great people that have lived on the land of Zambia, and it's a starting point. It's a starting point. I'm doing my part by calling myself the Prince of Kawata and naming my album after that. And I'm hoping that people that make policies will deliberately put these things in our syllabuses so that we know more about Simon Mwansakapwebwe. We know more about issues of Kawata than we do about Bismarck and all these people that are not even connected to us.
Let's talk about some of the songs that you have dropped before the album. We did introduce you with Jumpa, one of the songs that got so much feedback.
It's on the album.
I feel like you played your cards right by doing an
animation.
Like a video that's going to attract mostly young people. I was telling one of the artists saying, if I see a young boy singing along to your song, Zibacha Nyimbo ya Pete.
True.
You just don't take, you just don't get the attention from young kids.
True.
Because if they know your song A up to Z, you're doing something right.
I appreciate it, man. The other time I disturbed Sunday school classes, I went to a church and I passed Kwekuli Sunday school. Everybody ran out without even getting permission from the Sunday school teachers. I was heading to that church to minister. That's how I disturbed Sunday school, and all the kids went in church. There was no Sunday school that day. And I started thinking to myself, I think I need to be a Sunday school teacher one day. Maybe we might spark the next generation.
Were you expecting the feedback based on the video? Because the song got more feedback after you dropped the video. Was it one of those, maybe you are thinking about the location, they were on a chair, maybe this is a location, let's put it in something that's going to be cheap. Which one is cheap?
Animation is very expensive. We spent close to 25,000 kwacha on Jumpa. You know, I always tell young people that come to me and say, how come kungo drop my video, kungo drop my single, minandarama? I always tell them, no, I do this because I am okay with being broke as long as what I'm happy doing is done. You know, because even when doing Prince of Kawata album, I had to empty my bank account and do it the right way. When doing Jumpa, I had to put in all my resources at that time. I remember I was even like about to buy a car, and then this idea comes up, and then I'm told the price. I'm like, we're doing it. To hell with the car. Let's put art out there. And you know, for me, it's not even about flaunting. It's about what are you passionate about, and how much are you willing to invest in it? Because there should be nobody that believes in you more than yourself. You need to bet on yourself. I'm going to bet my money on this. I'm going to bet my life on this. I'm going to bet my time on this. So, and those are thoughts that would take us Zambians ahead, because oftentimes we're waiting for a rich uncle. We're waiting for some company to come on board. But these people often come after you've already started, and they see the journey and they say, oh, okay, let's get on that. So, yeah, animation is more expensive, but it had to be done.
Before we get talking about the package of your album, let's get to share one of the songs that you've done with Son of Africa. And this one is My Hope right here on Joy FM. Joy FM. Session with the Prince of Kawata. It goes by the name Yella Dav, and this one is one of the songs I have shared with you. Let us know what you think about this song. My Hope is the title, like I said right there. So first, we want to find out, maybe we want to get to hear from you, Yellow, what the song basically is talking about, and what inspired you to write this song.
Yeah, so the song is talking about my mental illness experience. In verse 1, I talk about how I had it from Findeco House, collapsed. I wake up, there's that. They take me to the hospital. They say it's cerebral malaria. That went into bipolar, became mental illness. And the stigma attached, how people laughed at me, how medicine couldn't help me, and how I would undress at Evelyn Horn. I didn't know who I was. Basically, I'd lost my memory. So I talk about all that in verse 1. In verse 2, I talk about how, my mom, because I'm the only child, my mom was so affected by this. She became numb, like she couldn't feel anything. She would even cut herself. So like there are times I visit my mom and like maybe she's saving food for me, and I look at her hand, like I can see those scars, on her hand, and how she used to cut herself. And I look at that and my heart always just, like I know I went through it, but when I see that, like I always, like it takes me back to the fact that God is good and He can do what man fails. Because we thank God for medicine, but medicine couldn't help me. It's only God that came through my parents' prayers, Twambo, my best friend, standing by my side. So I share that experience, and mental illness is a big thing. A lot of people go through that. It might be small, a short-term experience. Maybe you failed an exam, you lost it, you lost a mom, you lost it. But whatever it is, you might not even be mentally ill, but you've had a mental breakdown.
Is it something that now we are taking likely, especially on social media, when you share what you're going through?
Yeah.
People will take it
and even make fun. You know? And also, you talked about social media. I want to say that it's important on social media that we mind what we say to each other, because that's a very big factor when I interact with people who've had mental breakdown, people who wanted to commit suicide. I've wanted to commit suicide as well before, but for me it was because of an illness. But there are people who, because of what you say to them, you don't know what they're going through, you don't know what you trigger. So here's an upcoming artist, they post a song, and then you, very insensitive, you go there and say, who are you? What? Like, why are you spreading hate? Let's mind what we post on social media about other people. Let's mind what we comment about other people, because you might say, it's just a comment. No, you are really affecting people. Those comments affect people in a deeper way. In my interactions with people, you find that
it is becoming a norm where some people feel by commenting such on social media,
they'll get a response.
They not just a response, but they think they're helping in building you, trying to say, you should not mind my opinion.
When you study the issue of mental health, you'll find that it's really important that we build each other. There's always something positive you can find to talk about with somebody. There's always something positive. Even in the negativity, there's something positive you can say to that person. And so that's the reason why I have a foundation. Me and my friends came up with this foundation called Yellow Dove Foundation, and we are advocating for mental health awareness and spiritual growth. And we are saying, let's build each other through positivity, and that's one of the things that we have as a campaign to say, when you go on social media, when you see something and the first thing you want to do is bash the person, say something negative, you are affecting that person's mental health. So let's be a people that will see hope, just like this song is saying, which is a foundation for what we are doing. Let's instill hope in people. The Bible talks about how a negative response will stir anger. So by you spreading negativity, all you're stirring is anger. That person may not respond, but trust me, you're stirring anger in that person. But if you give positive feedback, if you build a person, there's always a positive way of criticizing a person. Unlike bashing somebody, you are building the nation, you are building somebody, you are helping in mental illness awareness, in mental health awareness. So let's be positive and let's be a brother's keeper.
Next song I'm about to play right here, another song that I was talking about before you came through. I was saying, how did you manage to get to put all these amazing artists in one song? Esther Chungu, Chile Shewalia. It's some of us have been looking for such a collaboration. Where there's also Christine. She's an amazing female vocalist.
And that's what the album is about. The Prince of Kawata album. It's about uniting the gospel industry. So I tried as much to put as many people that were available for it. There's people like Tim, there's Eddie Black, there's lyricists from back in the days, there's Church, there's even female artists, Ludo, there's Queen Classic. There's the biggest feature for me on the album is my mom and dad. My dad features on a song called Mulena, it's all Ozzy. My mom features on the song called Amama, where she's blessing me, and the song is for her. So for me it was about uniting the industry, from Ebo Chungumsuka to Ephraim to a whole lot of other artists that people might not know, putting them together and saying, here's the talent we have in the gospel industry and even in the secular industry. So putting those three together, I had issues first with Easy, the producer. He was like, no, let's put them one so that, I'm like, no, I want them in one song. And obviously the one who was footing the bill won the fight.
Let's do this. Yesu Inkonto, right here on Joy FM, features Esther Chungu, not forgetting Chile Shiwalia and Christine, right here. Before we get talking, I saw your mother in the studio praying for you. Let's talk about that on the outside.
The Joyful Lounge.
From Squabbles to Kawata, get glorified.
Like a mouse.
Different vibes coming through right here, all the way from Yellow Dove, right here on Joy FM. You know where you don't expect someone who does rap music to fit in this type of music. So again, let's talk about this song, this record right here that we're just from playing right here. Let's talk about when you decided to get to record a song. Like, did you have the type of the sound that you wanted to get to do, saying, okay, if I feature these guys in the song, I want my song to sound like this.
And
how was the vision?
And that's the thing about me. I'm so meticulous. Like I plan to the detail. So like when I decided to do the Prince of Kabata album, like I had 25 ideas for the 25 songs. So it wasn't like we recorded a lot of songs and picked. No, like we knew what we wanted and who we wanted. You know, though sometimes people, because of schedules, you won't get them and whatnot, and you make plan B. But yeah, Yesu and Konte was part of the plan, and I wanted those three ladies.
The sound.
Yeah, and the sound. Like even when the guitar guy, every time I go to the studio, I try to make it easy for the producers. Like I know what I want. So I'll tell them, this is the experience I want people to have. So like it's so easy. You find that the beat is done in an hour. I'll give an example of Jumpa. Like I told him exactly what I wanted, how I wanted it. In an hour and a half we're done, I was home. Yeah, so like I engineer my own songs. Like I'll play something for him and tell him I want this direction. When people are done listening to this, I want them to feel like this, you know. So I love emotion a lot. I'll tell the person it's either I want them to feel very happy, I want them to feel very sad, I want them to feel scared. I'll give an example of Cry From Hell. I told Reverb, I want people to be scared. There should be a choir, there should be what. So like they already know, like, and that's one of the things the producers tell me, like, Antonio, it's easy because like he already knows what he wants. We're not searching for anything. Yeah, so, and that's the other thing for this album, like we had to put live stuff. Most of the songs you hear on the album, they've got live guitar, live saxophone, live violin. So even when we brought in Celestine, one of the best guitarists for this song, like he knew that he had to bring a Kalindula feel, but in a rumba way. So as we were going to the studio, we're planning, we're discussing all this. It's very meticulous. We gave every song the attention it deserved. So it's not like for us when we're creating, we're like, no, India hit song. No, like every song is well prepared, well executed. The message is different, the feel is different. There's rumba, there's hip hop, there's melody stuff, there's love song. There's a song for everybody in the Prince of Kabata album.
Before playing this song, I did ask you a question regards with your mother was in the studio, praying for you. It's something that you shared on your social media. Tell us about that story.
So I'm the only child, and I was brought up in a Christian environment. And for me, I've always believed that a mother's blessing, a father's blessing, an uncle's blessing is really important. And that's what we bring out in the song Amama, that people should go back, regardless of what happened between your uncle, whoever raised you, whatever happened, whoever carries the blessing for your life. You need to go back and make up. There are a lot of, especially now that we're heading towards December. December is a family season period. Whether ni bachakolwa, ni bajanki, as long as they are above you, as long as they raised you in some way, you need to go back and make up with them and ask for a blessing. That's what a mama song is really about. So when we're recording it, I've always had that idea of documenting my parents blessing me. You know, I've always wanted that because I know with your parents' blessing, you will do anything in life. That's why the Bible says when you honor your parents, you will live long and all will go well with you. And so, I called her to the studio. I remember Izzy was there. It was an evening. My best friend, Twambo, went to pick my mom up and brought her. And so the idea was for her to bless me on a song. So we recorded it, and then Izzy was like, you know what, let's do it for real. It's a song, but let's do it for real. So he had a conversation with my mom. Izzy is very dramatic. He had a long conversation with my mom about the vision for the song, and so I knelt down for real. And then mom started blessing me for real. Then while she was doing that, we were recording it for the song. So that's how mom just said everything that I do will prosper in Nyanja. Things will go well for me. And I love the part where she went in Tonga, and just started speaking blessings over my life. And we recorded that. We cut a portion we loved and we put it in the song. So it's some of my friends even call me and say, hey, that part where your mom blessed you, like even us, we say amen because like we feel it. We feel even us, the blessing is for us. And that's true. Once an elderly person speaks blessings over you, like you say amen. It's not, and I know as Zambians we rush a lot to our pastors, our papas. No, the one that carries your blessing is your parent, is your guardian. You find people spend a lot on papas and pastors than their own parents. No, it's your parent, whether they are Christian, they are Muslim, they are what, they carry a blessing over your life.
Let's get a move on. Another song coming through right here from your album is a song that you feature Mike Ford for.
Yeah.
Let's get to play the song right here on Joy FM before we get to find out more from Yellow Dog.
This is Joy FM. Joy
Ni fuego wana wako lesa wali tumfuapo. You telling us we can't when we can pass sopo. Flow so hard but tiba till I'm peppo. Everything is store show no more shapo. 15 years in the game, no wonder flow ni ati pop in a beda. You can't chill it. Prince of Kabwata, yeah we done did it. Yeah, nigga chite Philippines. Nigga chite Philippines. Nigga chite Philippines. Mumbafu sa mulungu nigga chite Philippines. Ufuna cha ni bandani bakutuma ati poa. Ukamba cha ufuna cha ni bandani bakutuma ati poa. Mulungu watu wa malemba kumwamba kaleza. Anani kwenda bad ni kucheza. I might be far like Pluto but he still bring his sun. Amani pesa. I'm through the dark I can twinkle like a little star. I'm the only rapper that can live him drunk in the spirit with every bar. Yeah I'm dope cause of Yesu. He drew me straight from the grapevine. He's like easy on the farm, so crazy when I cook. I'm so ill I don't rap up. My God put me way above the ground. There's no gravity, I'm never stepping in. Yeah, nigga chite Philippines. Nigga chite Philippines. Nigga chite Philippines. Mumbafu sa mulungu nigga chite Philippines. Cha, ufuna cha. Ni bandani bakutuma ati poa. Ukamba cha, ufuna cha. Ni bandani bakutuma ati poa.
Some fishy going on with the 44. Is he even alive? What is going on? You a big nose lie, you Pinocchio. Yeah, let me break it down in colloquial. Before to let that gospel, mumba gooby gooby. Produce rap businessman, profit don't fit. Where everywhere, jumbo pressure no shit. That's why they like a bean steady, but you rip your footy. I see them waiting for your boy to slip up. Got to sign up, Kumuru, Kale, Twapo, Kapiza. Yeah, we fall down and we get up. Yeah, we call it sit up. Moving forward with HH, holy hip hop. We bring the fire, we got the forge. Holy Ghost, we never sober. Osambelele my laws. Got to see my oya mulungu iwene. You know,
yeah, nigga chite Philippines. Nigga chite Philippines. Nigga chite Philippines. Mumbafu sa mulungu nigga chite Philippines. Cha, ufuna cha. Ni bandani bakutuma ati poa. Ukamba cha, ufuna cha. Ni bandani bakutuma ati poa. It's that yellow holy music. Kabwata stand up. Really Duffus, I see you. Hey, yo, Team Tara. It's the Prince.
I have a song to get to add on my playlist. It's a vibe, like it's a vibe.
Yeah.
You know where?
Ukamba cha. Ufuna cha. Ni bandani bakutuma ati poa.
Hey, even you're saying that way. So it's a package with different sounds.
Yeah, bro. I'm diverse. I'm one person that is a huge fan of music. So like even on my personal playlist, I listen to a lot of different sounds, like Afro music, from classics, you know, where there's just like violins and classicals. I listen to that stuff like the whole day. I can be listening to just instrumentals, you know. So because of that, I appreciate any kind of music, whether it's traditional, whether it's a cappella. You saw a mama, it's an a cappella song.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of a cappella music. So in this album, I give them me. I'm not just hip hop. I love music. Yeah.
Let's get to talk about the package now. We'll play a couple songs right here as well. Different sounds that we've heard so far. Like, what package are you giving out to the public out there? What audience are you trying to reach out?
So like I'm very strategic in the marketing of the music. You have, for instance, songs like She's a Vibe. It's dedicated to the young ladies, right? You have songs like Jumpa. We got their kids to love the music. So you now have songs like Amama. We're getting the mothers, all the mothers out there, and so the music is for everybody. You know, the gospel music that is in this album is for everybody. There are songs on the album like Dream Killer, for instance. In Dream Killer, it's a story where I killed my wife. Okay, I killed my wife. In verse 1, I'm talking about how we had a fight, my temper escalated, and before you know it, we get physical, and I hold her in a certain way, and she falls and hits her head and dies. And then like our 4-year-old daughter is coming in the kitchen saying, "Mommy, Daddy, what have you done to Mommy? She's bleeding," you know, and Lanji comes on the chorus. Lanji is singing to me like she's already dead. You know, she's singing to me like Mundokufa, and it's her soul that has come out of her and singing to me saying, "What have you done to me? Now I'm alone in this dark place. Why have you killed me? I had plans to be big. I had plans to do what?" And then in verse 2, I'm talking about how I'm in prison. Now I'm regretting how we were supposed to grow old with my wife in the McKinney farms, and now I'm in prison. Who's gonna raise our daughter? What have I done? When I was out there, why didn't I pray that God should help me with my temper? Why didn't I treat my wife better? And now I'm advising husbands and boyfriends that are out there saying, treat your woman right. I'm here in jail, and it's crazy. And we've already shot a video for this. It's so dark, it's so scary, you know. And that's the thing I was telling you about me and emotion. I love to instill emotion. And I remember one of my kid cousins was listening to this, and she got concerned. Like she felt like it's real, like I've killed a wife, you know. And yeah, so that's like the kind of music that I have in the album. It's gospel music, but it appeals to everybody because GBV appeals to everybody. That, you know, people fight in relationships. You know, I'm telling people, let's love each other regardless of the religion that you're in. And you know, so they're dark stories. They're love songs. You know, so the package is for everybody.
How long did it take you for you to get to write the entire album? Now I'm trying to like every song that I've listened to right now, they don't sound like they're in an album. They sound like a singles. You know how people put in extra effort on a single. And that's what I do. Even when you listen to my Born to Win album, you find that all the songs on the album have played on radio and they have videos. You know, from Madobi Dobi, What Would Jesus Do, Kuliye, Mposheni, Cry From Hell, all those songs came on radio, but they were in one album. It's because I thank God for the team that I have around me. My best friend Twambo, Easy the producer, King Nachi, like they always push me to put in my all. You know, I'll share an idea, they'll be like, that's dope. How can we? I'll give you an example of another song, Depart From Me. In Depart From Me, it's a story where, you know how we're always talking about heaven, kuzakawama, what, I can't wait. But in Depart From Me, I switched the idea. Imagine, like, I've died, right? And then, like, I go there, and then Jesus is saying, step to my left, you are going to hell. And then now I'm like trying to convince him, like, Jesus, but like I'm Yellow Dove, like Google me, like I'm a gospel artist, like I'm the guy who did Jumpa, like you don't know me, why are you saying I should go to hell? Like what do people think if I go to hell? Like I'm gospel, like. So I'm having a conversation with Jesus, and then him is saying, no, depart from me, like I don't know you are a double standard, like you used to do this. And I'm like, no, like look, I had like so many followers on Facebook, I used to preach like gospel cruise, you've never watched that? Like I'm trying to convince him. Then he's saying, no, Buta, go left, you are left, you're not in this book, you know. And then he's talking back to me, he's telling me why he thinks I'm going to hell. So I put that in a song. So like they're crazy deep ideas. Let's get to play this song. Depart from me right here, all the way from Yellow Dove.
After my death, felt small with my bare soul, nothing left.
Joy
Step to my left, I'm like, Jesus, what's really going on here? He looked into his book and said, you are not here. Check again, Lord, my name is Yellow Dove. I spoke about you every day with love to over 300,000 followers on Facebook. I sang about you, every stage was shook. I'm the guy who did Jumpa. Namafao Sani Yosen and Zosunka. What will people think about me if you send me to hell? Cause I represented you and I did it so well. I I gave my tithe to you. I gave my life on the gospel cruise TV show. I touched the life. I thought Jesus never really picked a side. He only took me for a ride. Depart from me.
You would agree with me if you're locked on right now that you didn't answer my question.
Yeah,
Like, how long did it take you to get to have
got carried away.
everything done?
Yeah, so
There's so much work.
Yeah, the album took 9 months. 9 months of recording, 9 months of putting the ideas properly together. Somebody actually even teased me that day, like, you really have a baby, because like it takes 9 months to have a baby. Yeah, so yeah, Prince of Kabata, it was a lot of work, man, like sleeping in studios, doing double shifts, where you're sleeping in studio, going for work in the morning, sleeping in studios. You find that sometimes you only sleep between 18 and 22 studio-ish. It was something else. So, but I thank God the work was done. Big ups to Easy, the producer. He was so tolerant, because Tenzo Yambana, King Nachi as well, shout out to you. I have a song also produced by Magician. It's called Work on Me. I have another song produced by Solomon Plate called Rejoice. So there are 4 producers on the album.
Let's talk about if someone is locked on right now. Already I'm getting feedback on my WhatsApp. People are locked on right now, and the feedback is amazing. After you recorded the entire album, are you like fully happy for the work that you've done?
Yeah, it's because for me there's actually a lot of brainstorming even before the song is sung. Because of what I studied at Unza, like I'm equipped with research. Like I research a lot. You'd be shocked how much goes into just one song. Even like scripting, because I script all my videos. The Jumpa video, all that was planned. All that, like even the small things like dropping money, the small things like putting someone with a mask. Like I'm so meticulous. Like Antonio, you think too much. Like I really, I'm meticulous about that. Like every sound where it's supposed to go, I'm like that. So for this album it was like that. Like every intro, every where the chorus drops, should the song start with the chorus, should what, all that stuff is seriously planned and seriously executed. So it was a situation where you record a song, you go home, you listen to it with your friends, you criticize it, you take it back to the studio, you change something about the mix, you change something about the intro, even those things like Prince of Kabata, God's favorite rapper, all that stuff. Like we pay attention to the small details, which song comes after which song on the album, all that was properly planned. The tempos, like this is how the album starts, this is the emotion, then the tempo increases, then we go down, all that stuff is planned. You would not believe. Yeah, so I'm that meticulous. Like even with my TV show, they will tell you, the guys I do it with, they will tell you that no, Antonio is like that, this lighting should go on this chair, this lighting should go on that. I love my work, what can I say?
So where can people find your album?
So on streaming, the album is available on all streaming platforms, all the 150 streaming platforms in the world. It's there. Spotify, Apple Music, Boomplay, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, everywhere. You can just Google it and get to listen to it. For the physical copies, we're selling branded flash discs. So I brought one for you. I hope you will not give it to that lady I see on your social media platforms.
You didn't have to say that.
Yeah. So we're doing branded flash discs, which we're selling at 200 kwacha. So for deliveries, for people who want like autographed copies, we're doing deliveries. People can get in touch. Just look for Yellow Dove on Facebook. Get in touch with us. Management will be able to respond to you and get you a copy at 200 kwacha. And then also Radio Christian Voice is selling some of the copies. And we're just spreading the word about the album and making sure we create awareness, as much awareness around issues of GBV, mental health, and spreading the love.
Interesting. 2022 is almost coming to an end. For me, I feel like this album is on point. I don't know what the people have to say, but due to time, we would have accommodated people to come through and maybe give us their view. Is there anything that you'd like to say, maybe in your remix, with what we've talked about so far?
Yeah, so there's a lot of work still to be done. Right now, we've dropped a collabo. There's a collabo song I did called Hallelujah. We dropped the video the other week. I did a collabo song with Dimambo from the Copper Belt. It's track number 21 of the album. Video was shot by Lance Cooper. So you can go to my YouTube, just search for Yellow Dove Hallelujah. You'll check out the first visuals, which is a collabo. And we're hoping to drop more videos soon. We have a Mama video dropping. We have my Hope video. We have Yesu and Konto. We have a lot. There's a lot of work. Also, the Yellow Dove Foundation is in full effect. It's just a lot. We're doing a lot to push the album, doing a lot to spread love.
25 songs in an album.
Yes,
like
sir.
that's a lot.
The Zambian people deserve it.
Before I get to let you go, the outfit, okay, what does it represent for you that you had to put on the cover of the artwork?
Yeah, so for those that have not seen the album cover, we are standing in front of a Kabwata flat. So on my left hand side there's dad praying for a girl who lives in Kabwata. On my right hand side there's my mom praying for a guy who lives in Kabwata. The guy on the guy that is being prayed for, his name is actually Willie Doffes. Like, he's one of the big hip hop artists in Kabwata. People might not know him, but I'm trying to pay homage to my Kabwata homies. So there's us on the cover just praying and glorifying God. So for me on the album cover, I'm wearing something called Siziba. It's a Lozi outfit. So I'm Prince of Kabwata, and a Prince of Kabwata who is Lozi. So I'm going back to my roots on the album cover, and there's actually a full Lozi song on the album called Molena, and it features my dad and a big hip hop artist in Western Province called Rich Kid Barose. So it's a song that we are actually pushing in Western Province when we go and do our tour there. It's our headline song there, so it's strategic like that. There's another song on the album called Ichikwiriri. It's an All Bemba song. It's a song that we're pushing in Western Province. So the plan here is to do a tour for the album once the videos are done. So we'll do a concert in the Copper Belt, concert in Western Province, concert in Eastern Province, and then we come back to Lusaka.
It's rare that in the current generation that we're in right now, it's rare that we have people listen to the entire album. Like, it's very much
this
rare.
one you will.
People will
This
go
one
to,
you will.
Yeah, this is a good album. People will go to maybe a song that you're promoting as maybe off the album. For this one, I know you have done your research. In what way are you making it so easy? Just in case someone is not listening to this interview right now, if someone goes through your social media, I don't know how to put out this question, but I just want to find out: have you made it so easy for people to access the entire album and to listen to the entire album?
Yes, it's now a world of streaming. It's now a world of streaming, so people need to stream the music. And for those that are not on these platforms, they don't know what Boomplay is, what Spotify is. We are delivering this to your doorstep. So all you do is these mobile monies, and if you're in Eastern Province, if you're in the Copper Belt, we're delivering this. And even when we do our tours, we'll be able to sell to the people, and they'll be blessed by it. It's for everybody, whatever kind of music. But no, in Manvera rumba irimo. No, me, I'm a deep hip hop person. Kondache very deep, virimo very deep. There's all sorts of songs for people.
Talk to your people who are locked on right now. Is there anything as your final remarks, your social media, and any other information that you have left out?
Very soon we'll be telling people how they can be part of the Yellow Dove Foundation. We want to change lives in a big way through mental health awareness. So there's that. And And then obviously the most important thing is that the album is out, Prince of Kabwata. Yeah, so that next time you pass by Kabwata, you'll not say Mudima Junkie, you say there is one of the best albums that came out of this place.
Feedback from Fireman says you sound like Dollface on Depart.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Okay, so it was great having a conversation with you, Yellow Dove, right here on Joy FM. I don't even know which one to pick, but to be honest, for now, let's get to play another song that you did with Ebo Chungu.
Yeah.
Musuka.
Yeah, this one is a love song. Like, we love.
Yeah.
We're Zambians.
We do this. Then on the other side, we also get to rewind the one you did with Mike 44.
Awesome.
Yellow Holy Classics.
Make 'em bounce.
Can I be your bitch? Cause I wanna be in your dreams, you will lose your kakona. Even when you old, need a kidney, I'm your donor, I'm your cocoon. I'll give you butterflies, baby, come soon. Be my paradise, you ain't E21, there will live